Essentially, Savarkar, who came up with the concept of hindutva.
Hindutva was not coined by Savarkar. Hindutva was coined by Chandranath Boshu in 1892. Chandranath Boshu. Yes. Diana Eck represents everything that is wrong with Western academia. She, according to me, represents what's happening on the September 11th, which is dismantling Global Hindutva Conference.
We are not discussing Diana.
I'll leave that.
Let me quickly. What Hindu civilization and religion and dharma has taught him is very much what it has taught me. I don't believe that a young Muslim boy being beaten up in the name of love jihad because he loves a Hindu girl is dharmic. I don't believe that a Dalit or three Dalits being whipped within an inch of their life with a belt because they were doing their job of skinning the carcass of a dead cow is dharmic.
You keep citing Dalits, you keep citing everybody else, but you don't wish to talk about the treatment of Kashmiri Hindus and the specific causes behind it. You don't wish to talk about what exactly has happened in Bengal immediately after elections from the 2nd of May. You don't wish to talk about, let's say, certain pockets being created in Assam in the name of religion, dare I say. Surprisingly, it is the Hindu who is the constant subject of scrutiny, whereas everybody else is spared scrutiny and the rod.
Now, what was very interesting for me was that our nationalist movement had ended, in a sense, and Gandhiji would have said so, in failure with the partition of the country. It divided on one simple principle. Should religion be the determinant of our nationhood? There was a chap who stood up and said, you know, now that Pakistan has been created as a country for Muslims, shouldn't we be a country for Hindus? And this was debated and thrashed out, and the overwhelming view was that ours should be a civic nationalism of equal rights. That is ultimately what India's constitution is all about. And to my mind, that was the idea of India.
Constitution, of course, it's a fine document, it's a great document, it must be worshipped. Yes, I get all of that. Perhaps you may want to look at, we did not have a constitution when persecuted Parsis knocked at the doors of Bharat. We did not have a constitution when, let's say, the Jews knocked at the doors of Bharat. So to attribute certain large-heartedness entirely to the constitution, I would say, is to protect the constitution at the expense of the civilization, which I think is grave injustice. So it actually is very, very surprising when we are constantly told that this particular country, if it becomes a Hindu Rashtra or if it becomes a dharmic civilizational state, so to speak, is bound to become what you refer to in your book as the Hindu Pakistan. I'm sorry, I think that's grave injustice to the people of this country.
And in fact, in talking about it, I have argued in many of my writings, and it may even be in this book, that this is not particularly a Hindu idea, though I have great reverence for our dharma, because in fact, whereas as scholars like Diana Eck and so on have said that the territorial configuration of India was essentially sanctified by the endless tracks of pilgrimage from one Hindu shrine to another.
The problem is, if you look at the introduction of Diana Eck's book, she recognizes the fact that as far as this country is concerned, it was created as a consequence of a network of pilgrimage centers. But there again, she says, but Hindu nationalism, no. So the problem is, she regurgitates the very same scholarship of Radhakumar Mukherjee of 1914. She comes out with the very same scholarship on sacred geography of Jadunath Sarkar, of R.C. Majumdar. But we are more than happy to cite a foreign scholar by the name Diana Eck as opposed to Radhakumar Mukherjee, Jadunath Sarkar or R.C. Majumdar, which according to me is proof of coloniality or colonial consciousness, so to speak, that we still seek the validation of someone sitting in Harvard. So it has to be someone of Indian origin educated abroad, or it has to be preferably a Westerner who is educated abroad, all of them telling us, of course you're great, you have our validation, you have our blessings.
Guys, do like, share and subscribe for more such videos.